So number four talked about a computer. Somebody bought a computer. When they bought the computer cost $4,590 in the first place, and then it depreciates in value. They didn't use that language in the question, but that's what they're talking about, meaning it decreases in value over time. And that phrase, constant rate, is very important because that means that it decreases by the same amount of money every single year over that 9-year period, because it's a constant rate, meaning that same rate every single year, the same amount of money every single year it decreases by in terms of value. And then it says not to have any monetary value. So after 9 years, it has no monetary value, which means that after 9 years, it's not worth nothing, financially, or at least in terms of monetary value, meaning they couldn't necessarily turn around and sell it to nobody because it's really not worth anything based on how they did their accounting, basically, to account for the value of it. Now, the question that you're being asked is, how much is it worth after 6 years? So one of the ways to do this problem would be like this. Figure out how much the computer depreciates or decreases in value every single year. Once you know how much it goes down every single year, then you could just multiply that number, that amount, by 6, and then that's how much it has went down by or decreased by. And then you take that amount that it has decreased in value by over a 6-year period, and then just subtract it from how much it was originally purchased for. That's really all you got to do. Or, if you want to be kind of slick, what you could do is you take that annual amount that it decreases by, multiply that by 3, and that'll give you the answer straight up. Because what happens is, if it decreases in value over a 9-year period down to 0, after 6 years, meaning it has 3 years worth of value left in it. So if you can also calculate how much it will be worth, in the 3 years that's left of it, right? Or 3 years of value, that's another way to find the answer. So let's do this. Let's first figure out how much it depreciates or decreases in value in 1 year. Let's figure that out in 1 year. So the way you do that is you take this 4590, right? 4,590, and you divide it by 9. You divide it by 9. So I know 4,509 divided 9 times, that's going to be 500, and then 90 divided by 9 is 10. So each year, this computer depreciates in value by $510 every single year. So after year 1, it goes down by 510. So you subtract 510. Year 2, down by 510. Year 3, down by 510. Year 4, down by 510. Year 5, down by 510, and so on and so forth. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it the first way that I mentioned. I'm gonna figure out how much it decreases by after 7 years. So I'm gonna take this 510, right? And I'm going to multiply that by 6, because we're talking about a 6-year period. So 510 times 6 is gonna be $3,060. So that means that computer depreciated by $3,060 after 6 years. So if the question is not asking that. It's not asking how much did it depreciate by after 6 years. It's asking how much is it still worth after 3 years. So it starts out being worth this much, 4,590. Then it depreciates by this much after a 6-year period. So there are 3 years left in terms of time that it will actually be worth some money. So what you got to do now is just do your subtraction. Do 4,590 minus 3,060. So 4,590 minus 3,060 is going to be $1,530. So that's how much the computer will be worth after 6 years of decreasing in value.